Hello and welcome to FTW Philly presented by Temple University. I'm your host, Marissa Magnata, joined as always by the illustrious Rosemary Necra Kelly with a brand new hair color. How are you, Necra?
I'm doing well, Marissa. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about this week's episode because we go over the latest and greatest in gaming news, like the fact that Cyberpunk 2077 is actually coming out, like finally coming out.
It's here. Plus, did you hear that somebody in the FTW family got their hands on a PS5?
I did, and I'm so jealous.
We're gonna get a proper unboxing, plus meet one of the members of the Philadelphia Fusion right here. But first, let's get some gaming news. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's get this party started.
Let's do it.
This week in esports news, let's start out with PUBG Mobile's Global Championships. Season 0 has seen great viewership in just the first week. Despite India not competing due to a ban of the game in last September, PUBG Mobile's Global Championships still saw a peak viewership of 564,213 viewers on November 27th. The league stage for Season 0 will run until December 20th, with the top 16 teams advancing to the PUBG Mobile Global Championship Finals in January of 2021. I feel like this viewership that we're seeing for the PMGC bodes really well for PUBG's plans in 2021. Speaking of those 2021 PUBG Mobile plans, let's talk about them. The total prize pool for the year 2021 is going to be $14 million, and it includes expansion into 7 new PUBG Mobile Pro League regions in CIS, Turkey, West Europe, Arabia, North America, Latin America, and Brazil, which should complement the pro leagues that already exist in South and Southeast Asia. There will be 2 seasons culminating in the PUBG Mobile Global Championships ending 2021, with invitationals in the summer and more broadcast studios being built in order to showcase these incredible events. Well, here's a headline for you. 8-year-old Fortnite player Joseph Dean has been signed to Team 33, and apparently Team 33 has been working with them since they were 6 years old. This signing comes with a $5,000 gaming setup as well as a $33,000 signing bonus. So that's a lot of money, but this begs the question, how early is too early to sign a player to an esports team? Players need to be 13 years old in order to compete in official Fortnite tournaments, and Dean could very well be the youngest player ever signed to a team. What does this mean for the future of esports? Are we just going to keep getting younger and younger in terms of signing players to official esports teams? In Valorant news, we crowned 2 new champions this past weekend in the North American and European regions in the Valorant First Strike tournament. There was also $100,000 on the line for both of these regions, so who took home the lion's share of the prize pools and who's considered now at the top of the power rankings? Well, in North America, the grand finals came down to 100 Thieves versus TSM, with 100 Thieves taking it 3-1. And in the European region, the grand finals was between Team Heretics versus SUMN FC, with Team Heretics winning 3-1 over SUMN. On the screen, you can see the winning players from the winning teams on both the North American and European regions, and we can't wait to see what these squads get a chance to do in the 2021 season, because I think they've got a great shot at being a part of the Champions Tour. That's it for the esports headlines. Still to come, we've got Darth Mike and Field of View bringing you all the latest in gaming news, plus I wasn't able to get my hands on a PS5, but our producer was, and he's going to open it up for you.
Welcome to Field of View with Nerd Street Gamers, your weekly dose of gaming news. I'm Darth Mike, coming to you live from the streets of Night City, and we all know what's on everyone's minds this week, so let's not beat around the cyber bush and let's get into the news. The time is finally upon us. It's finally here. Cyberpunk 2077 releases this week. Now, the number in the name is not just significant because it's the year that the game is set, but also because it's the number of times this game has been delayed since it was initially announced. This has been in the works for a long time, folks. It's become something of the holy grail for gamers, our El Dorado, the promised land of the perfect RPG. It's finally going to be here. We're finally going to be able to play it, to dive into Night City. The game is set in a near future world, 2077, about 50 years into the future, where an apocalyptic event and resource bleed has led humanity to be concentrated in just a few metropolises remaining around the world, surrounded by desert. Now, Night City is one such city, and it's where you find yourself. Metropolis, utopia, still focused with all the people inside, all the technology, art, culture, beating and bustling, and crime underlying it all. You play the role of a mercenary, coming from one of a variety of different backgrounds and choosing your own path through. Now, this game, again, it's been the holy grail for a long time. We've been through a journey with Cyberpunk 2077, going back to Keanu Reeves' iconic appearance at E3, the your breathtaking memes, his involvement in the game, the rumors about all the things you could do or couldn't do, the shifts in gameplay and direction they wanted to take it. But at the end of the day, wouldn't it be kind of wild if this game came out and it was just kind of mediocre? Like, we've been waiting for years. It's okay. No, it should be amazing. The game should be incredible. Everything we've seen so far has been tantalizing, jaw-dropping, breathtaking. And now, on December the 10th, we'll all finally get a chance to check it out, to dive into the world of Cyberpunk and see if it's all it's been cracked up to be. Keeping with that Cyberpunk theme and bringing a little bit of the Cyberpunk magic back to today, fashion brand Balenciaga have used a video game to debut their 2021 lineup of clothes. It's a pretty incredible idea, especially in the year 2020, the age of Corona, to use a digital medium instead of a traditional in-person show. The game itself is called Afterworld, The Age of Tomorrow. It's got about a 20-minute playthrough, and it takes you through all of their design concepts and what they want to do next year. It's really a neat acknowledgement of the impact that video games have now in culture and society. It's such a huge part of the way we're spending our time and the way we're experiencing art. It only makes sense to bring that intersection into the fashion world as well. It's award season in video game land, and there has been one big winner this year. Talking about Hades, the latest game from Supergiant, an indie developer famous for games such as Bastion and Transistor. It has been sweeping the awards categories, most recently picking up the Golden Joystick for Best Indie Game of the Year in a stacked category, winning over games like Spelunky 2 and Paradise Killer. It's an incredible game with a beautiful, unique art style and a vivid take on Greek mythology. If you haven't played it yet, you play as Zagreus, the child of Hades, attempting to escape from hell. And as you battle your way out, it is a roguelike, so every time you die, that run is over. You start over again, and it's just a little bit different, unique, procedurally generated each time you battle through. It's a crazy good game, and it is absolutely deserving of every award it will be picking up this season. Taking the news in a slightly more technical direction, according to a report from the Entertainment Software Association, or ESA, the video games industry contributed $90 billion to the US economy in 2020. $90 billion, as well as supporting 429,000 jobs and contributing $12.6 billion in state, local, and federal tax revenue as well. Those are eye-popping numbers, but they just serve to show how far the video game industry has come and how much further it can go. It's become a critical piece of entertainment and culture and a key piece of the US economy. That's it for us this week on Field of View with Nerd Street Gamer, your weekly dose of gaming news. Now, if you'll excuse me, Night City is calling, and I want to see what kind of a mod I can replace my arm with. I'm thinking one that shoots lasers.
So, Marissa, Cyberpunk 2077 is actually here. Like, it's finally happening. I can't believe those words are actually coming out of my mouth right now because of how long we've waited for Cyberpunk 2077 to be released. I mean, I'm looking forward to Keanu Reeves' performance in this game. There's so much to be excited for.
Yeah. Well, now that wait is over, it's time. Here at FTW Philly, we are unboxing the PS5. Are you ready for this?
I am so ready.
It's coming up next. Let's do it.
What's up, guys? This is Alex, Sir Scrowlix with Nerd Street Gamers, and we finally have our hands on a PlayStation 5.
Wow.
It is here, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Fresh out of the oven.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
So you guys can see I got this from Target. Target was like the only place I was able to get it from. If you guys haven't gotten your hands on a PlayStation yet, I spent about 30 minutes in the cart trying to check out. Just keep refreshing the page and keeps, this is a very large box. A box inside a box. Don't need you anymore. Wow, this is huge. Right off the bat, you can see 8K, 4K, HDR. It says 825 gigs on the top right here. If you look at that, 825 gigs. You know, I mean, I know a lot of us were expecting 1 terabyte, but obviously there's software and stuff that goes onto the hard drives. So it's interesting that they say 825 on it and not 1 terabyte. All right, let's go ahead and open this puppy up. Okay, another box inside of a box. Inside of a box.
Alex.
Branding.
Alex,
All
don't
right.
do it again. Alex, please. Alex.
All right, PS5 branding on the top or on the front. Let's open this up and another box.
Alex.
There we go, nice little shot inside there. First thing that we see in here is the controller. So this has been the talk of not just myself, but a lot of people over the last several months. People were kind of skeptical about this controller. It looks a lot different than your PlayStation 4 controller. Kind of looks closer to an Xbox controller. I'm more of an Xbox person in the last several years, so when this came out, I was like, I need to get this since most of my Xbox games I'm going to be playing on my PC. That being said, I have an Xbox controller here because I specifically wanted to compare them, so let's go ahead and do that.
Enemy spotted.
The Xbox and the PlayStation 5 controllers very similar. Rounded edges here for the, for your palms, I guess. Kind of similar to the same size. While Xbox thumbsticks are kind of diagonal like this, PlayStation 5 stuck with the horizontal thumbsticks for this. Clear buttons, very nice. Triggers feel nice. So with the Dual Sense controller, right? This is Dual Sense. I have heard that depending on what developers want to do, there's like pressure points inside here that will help like make the trigger more stiff or loose depending on the action that is going on in the game. I'm excited about this. I preferred this controller over the PlayStation 4 controller because PlayStation 4 controller, the thumbsticks were kind of like down here and it was a little harder for me to just move. I preferred this style a lot better. And I think I still do prefer the Xbox controller, but nonetheless, this is a very nice upgrade and I'm excited to test that out. We got that power cable, no brick, USB-C cable. So USB to USB-C cable. I'm assuming that's for the controller to charge it. Right off the bat, we have our HDMI cable. This looks like the plate that the console stands on. Aha, it is. The plate that the console stands on. And there she is. PS5. I'm gonna be gentle taking this out here. Not another box, but more packaging.
Do not throw that.
Let's. This is huge. This is huge. Nice build quality. I was a little worried about the quality of the side panels here, where they would be cheap plastic, and now while they're thin, they don't feel super flimsy at all, and it feels like a solid console. So we have our disk drive. I got the disk drive version, so the disk drive is right here. You got the power button and the eject button. Let me see if I can show you guys on the camera that's above here. Power button, eject button. Looks like we got a USB-C and a USB port in the front. We have HDMI, power, LAN, and then 2 USB 3.0 switches, or ports. I'm sure you guys have seen the videos of basically deconstruction of this thing. It looks like there's really nice ventilation up here. You can see kind of the curves of it, but it is a nice looking console. I know a lot of people, all right, so this is the Xbox One X. And I thought this was a fairly big console. Wow. Next, let's go ahead and see what it looks like with the plate on here. I was wondering where, like in the back of my head, I was wondering where the little screw was to kind of fasten it. But alas, there it is. It's in the bottom of here. I mean, it looks like it just goes, right? Right, just like that. And then does this line up? This screw goes down here. Yep, it lines up. Okay, cool. The base basically screws on, and yeah, it is sturdy. It's not the sturdiest, but it's definitely sturdy. I myself will probably lay it sideways, so let's see what that looks like sideways. It doesn't look like there's a screw hole on the, on the plastic panel here on the side. So I'm assuming this will just go back in here. Okay, so there's some markings here. I'm gonna guess that that's where we put this clip. Now, the PS5 is curved, so I guess that's why, yeah, if you look here, the PS5 is curved, but so is the plate. So the plate should sit nicely. It is cool how like they kind of make two stands out of this. I'm just gonna guess that this just sits right like that. Does that stay flat? Yeah, that's flat. Cool. So this is probably how I'm gonna orient mine. This is it, guys. I mean, this is the PlayStation 5. My goal is to do some reviews and first impressions and stuff of the actual console games themselves. Right now, I think the only games that I'm going to be really playing on it are Spider-Man Miles Morales, because Call of Duty and all those other games I'm just playing on my PC right now. But nonetheless, can't wait to dive into Spider-Man on this console and see, what all the hype is about, see how powerful the thing actually is. And this is truly next gen, and I can't wait to see, what next gen looks like in terms of consoles. So for Alex, Sir Alex, and Nerd Street Gamers, this has been your PlayStation 5 unboxing. Can't wait to see what the gameplay is like, and we'll see you guys next time.
I hope Alex's Pollyanna was watching that video, and they are going to give him boxes on boxes on boxes this Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. We are all about being green here at FTW Philly. And that was our Emmy Award winning producer, Alex, right there, Sir Scralex. We look forward to those reviews all season long here. Now, the excitement train keeps rolling. Take it away, Necra.
Oh, this train has already left the station, Marissa, and it is on its way to our very next segment where we talk with Poko from the Philadelphia Fusion. This off-tank player has been the face of the Philadelphia Fusion for many years in a row now, and we can't wait to hear from him.
Hey everybody, I'm Gael Guzer, mostly known as Poko, and I play Overwatch for the Philadelphia Fusion team. I'm their off-tank player. I'm from the south of France, a little city called Nîmes. Growing up in south of France is actually pretty chill, like a normal childhood I think, just going to school, playing video games and doing sports. So I remember watching my dad when I was really young. He was playing Lara Croft on PlayStation 1. At the age of 7 I was like, can I try to play like one game? And he was like, yes, so I tried it and I really liked it.
So you're ready to do this?
Yeah, let's go. I'm hyped.
Okay.
Nobody says that.
When Overwatch got announced, I was really hyped because for me Overwatch is like a mix between Counter-Strike and League of Legends. I tried to join the open beta, which I didn't end up joining because I was a nobody and only people who are like known and celebrities got invited. But I finally ended up joining the open beta and I just started playing and I found the game really fun. Like that was something that I'd never experienced before.
And he doesn't want to be there. He had no way to get away. Oh my gosh, that is... Oh my gosh! He dropped him down! Poko gets himself two with a gravitic flex, but there could have been more.
At the beginning I was playing a lot of quick play, and then there is like this ranked mode coming out, so I obviously wanted to try it because I'm a really competitive person now. And I ended up like 81 rating. I think the max was like 90 or something like that, so I was like top 250 in Europe back in the days. And then season 2 I ended up top 7 in Europe, so that was really good. I was really enjoying the game. One day I played with this guy, which name is Kib. He was like, why don't we make a team together? And I was like, I mean, why not? I don't have anything to do this Sunday. And we started playing this little tournament, just playing against European team, and that wasn't even for the prize, that was just for the recognition to be like the #1 team in Europe. Actually, at the beginning of the game, I wasn't even a tank player. I was playing a little bit of everything, but mostly DPS. To be fair, tank is like a really fun role for me, because you need to be like the front lane, so you need to be forward, but you also need to be careful of your team, and you also have a lot of damage, so tank is pretty OP. Why wouldn't you want to play tank? You have a lot of health, a lot of damage, and you can do everything. Nobody is telling you what to do.
Locked in a deadly duel with Tarpe in the meantime, but it's going to be forced out of position. It's the Poko bomb!
Poko bomb came with the way I put my Diva bomb in some really tough angle for the enemy to escape from. Back in the day with Fragi, we were like playing pretty aggressive. I was telling him to jump somewhere, I would send my bomb at the same exact spot, and the enemy team wouldn't expect it, and I guess I got really famous for that. And even now people are like, oh my god, how are you gonna do a Poko bomb, a 6k or something? And I'm like, I'm gonna try, but stuff, people are way better now. One thing that I've learned with Philly fans is they are crazy, that's for sure. I don't think there is any other way to describe them. If you win, everybody's gonna be so happy, and if you lose, they're gonna be like, come on dude, you're better than this, you know that you're representing Philly, you can do better. And we're like, yeah, that's right, we can do better actually, and we're gonna do better next time we play.
I cannot wait to admit mistake, to be fair. I got like whiz.
I mean, it feels amazing. I wouldn't want to be in another team. I feel like that will be boring. My favorite thing about my team is probably learning about like different culture. Like I'm gonna teach some French stuff that I really like to say or stuff like that, and they're gonna say it again to some French people. So I'm like, that's really funny.
We can buy Comcast, I think.
Maybe not. You can try. You can get a few shares. It's tough to say what I'm gonna be like in a few years. I wanna play competitively as long as possible, but if I cannot, I'm gonna try to be like maybe a coach, maybe a manager, maybe an analyst, or even a streamer. The future is bright for esport, and I'm really looking forward to it. One thing that my mom told me, she was like, Gail, if you wanna play computer, you need to be good at school, and you need to study. But if you are like really good, and if you have like something different, try a lot, and a lot of hours. It's gonna require a lot of sacrifice. If it doesn't work, try again, and if it doesn't work, just call it for the day. I mean, it's video games after all, just try to have fun.
It's so good to hear from Poko from the Philadelphia Fusion. They had a tough run of things last season, but 2021 looks really promising for this next season of the Overwatch League for the Philadelphia Fusion.
I predict great things, and hey, I don't want to let this slip by. Poko talked about playing against his older brother and always beating his older brother. As a younger sister, I just want to thank all of the older siblings out there. Thank you for making us who we are.
Yes, thank you so much to my older brother too.
And mine too. I think that is so much excitement for this episode today. I want to thank my co-host Necra and the whole crew behind FTW Philly, presented by Temple University. I'm Marissa Magnotta, and we look forward to seeing you next time.